time for that workout. You know what, bro? I wish, men didn't have it all that bad. But we do. You know, if men don't achieve things in life, their life is gonna suck. The older they get, or the older we get, because I'm a man too, I must include myself. The older we get, the harder it gets for females, man. And these years are going by quick. You know, what can I say, man? It's the way of the world. Feel what I'm saying? It's either we compete or we sink, man. You feel what I'm saying? It's either we compete or we sink to the bottom of the sea. That's the way it is, bro. We was born men, bro. And they expect you to compete. That's how men are. And that's how men have been since the beginning of time. Competing each other over coochie. Who got the most money? Who got the most cars? Who got the biggest and the most expensive cars? It's always competing. All the time. Feel what I'm saying? Just competing. And that's just the way it is. We compete, and the winners come out on top. When the losers, they get what they can get. You feel what I'm saying? The losers can get what they can get. Basically, you gotta get whatever life throws your way. You know, if you ain't got no money, you gotta go with whatever your looks can attract. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever life gives you, you gotta take it. That's how men are, man. You know, let's say a guy around 45, 50, like myself, haven't got his shit together. You know, he gotta like take whatever life throws his way. And some dudes end up doing that. They say, well, you know what? I can't get those youngins anymore. I gotta get whatever I can get. You know, if I can get a fat whale, I gotta take her, because that's all I can get. Shit. I ain't gay. I gotta get something. And that's how they do it. They say, fuck it, man. I get whatever I can get. And that's how they live their life, man. But a dude who got his bread together, he don't have to settle. He can get the cream of the crop. Feel what I'm saying? We gotta drink water before we work out. I gotta have water in my body before I work out. Today is squat day, leg day, sprint day. I sprint at least 3 times a week. You gotta do it. That's where you burn the most calories. It's them sprints. You know, dudes gotta get what they can get when they get older. And believe me, bruh, the level of woman that you're able to attract as you get older, it gets worse. Like in your 20s, you might be dating like 6s and 7s. And then when you get to your 40s, you're dating 4s and 5s. And then when you get to your 50s, you're dating threes and fours. That shit don't end, bro. That's called life, bro. Feel what I'm saying? That's called life out here in these streets. Oh, I'm trying to bring this body fat percentage down low, man. As low as I could get it. Oh. Oh, man. Let me drink some water before I work out. You feel me? The reality is, it is what it is, man. That's the reality. I gotta shave, man. Gotta drink some water, man. Boy, I regret like not getting the bag in my 20s. I regret that, man. If you don't think I got any regrets, if you think that I don't have any regrets, think again, bro. If I would have gotten the bag in my 20s, I wouldn't be here right now. You feel what I'm saying? Too busy chasing women. Too busy chasing females, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Too busy chasing women, too busy chasing females. I should have been on the grind. I should have been hustling. You feel what I'm saying? I should have been doing all I could to get that bag. Like, I should have been out there just straight up just hustling. You know what I feel me? I should have been out there just, oh, no time for relationships. Get back. No relationships. No, don't want to be in a relationship. I should have been all about that money. Had to wait till you get older and figure that shit out, bro. Feel what I'm saying? You know. But now it's too late, man. You know, I gotta learn that lesson and keep it moving. That was a long lesson, though. Cause I chased women for years, bro. That's all I was thinking about was getting some coochie. Every weekend that came around, bro. That's all I thought about. Coochie, coo. Coochie, coo. That's all I thought about. Where can I get the next coochie from? Come in there looking around, just looking for a female. I go in there trying to hunt. Back when I was younger, I was in there. I was in the bars hunting, man. You feel what I'm saying? And I was getting what I can get, bro. And a lot of the times, man, I wasn't really that picky, man. You know, I'm picky now. But when I was in my 20s, I was not picky. I was fucking women that was below my looks level quite a few times when I was in my 20s. I say I did it like maybe 10 times. You know, I didn't stick around. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted me to commit. I'm like, no, 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 no. You know, like the female I was seeing off and on with a big old booty, sub-5 face. I could never see myself actually loving that female. I just wanted to get in there and tear it up from the back, maybe the front a little bit, but mostly the back, because she didn't have a pretty face. You know, them type of women I pumped and dumped. I didn't want to have nothing to do with them, you know, relationship-wise. All I wanted was just sex. You know, and they didn't care if I took them out or not, bro. They was not picky or choosy. You know, feel me? They just like me. They just like me being around. You know, like I said, back in the day, I didn't have a whole lot of standards like that. Well, I mean, to this day, I don't really have a whole lot of standards, but they higher than what it was back then. At least a woman had a butt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about that paper, man, nowadays. I mean, damn. I did give sub-5 stalker a chance to have sex with me and shit. But that turned out to be a disaster. Nowadays, I'm scared to mess with a female that's below my looks level. They'll stalk you, man. I noticed this, man. You know, women who are below your looks level, you gotta be very careful with them. If you try to break up with them, man, they go crazy. They go nuts. Because they ain't getting too many dudes that's above them choosing them. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, I done heard females say, my boyfriend is better looking than me. You know, or my husband is better looking than me. Yeah, I done heard this on the internet, here on the internet. Some of these women, you know, they know that you're better looking than them. They know that you're above them in looks. So they go crazy. I remember one time, there was this dude, he was about 6'2" or whatever, or 6'1", you know, he was tall, and he had a girlfriend that was really, really fat. You know, yeah. She wasn't that, well, yeah, I could say she was really fat. Yeah, she was fat. And she was ready to fight some other female over him, man. Right over here at the store, the liquor store. You know, she was trying to fight another woman over that just for her being around, bro. Like, this woman wasn't trying to hit on them or get back with them or nothing like that. She was ready to fight. She's ready to go all out over a guy that was above her looks level. You got to be really careful with women who are below your looks level. I go in a minute, because they ain't getting too many dudes like that. So you look at a female, she's below your looks level, and you having droughts. You know what I'm saying? You a guy that's a 6, and she's a 3, okay? You know, so when it's time, she don't get too many 6s in her life. I mean, let's just be clear. A woman that's a 3, she ain't getting too many guys who are a 6. Because guys who are a 6, they want somebody around their looks level, like a 5, 6, or a 7. You feel what I'm saying? You know, they're not going down to like 3s. You know, but she ain't having too many dudes that are on your looks level. So when it's time to part ways, she gonna stalk you if she can, if she know where you live. She gonna pour coffee on your car every single day like Sub 5 Stalker did to me. You feel what I'm saying? She gonna try to do some damage to your car. You know, there's one thing about Sub 5 Stalker. That female was smart. She didn't do any damage to my car at all, bro. All she did was pour coffee on it. She must have went to jail for messing up somebody's car, bro. And somebody gave her the scoop, like, look, you can still annoy him by just putting coffee on the car, and then you won't go to jail. That's why she wasn't afraid of going to jail, man. Because she knew that just by pouring coffee on the car, she's not really doing real damage to it. Because when I called the cops was like, well, she can't really go to jail because she didn't do that much damage to your car. This coffee could be wiped off. And that's true. Yeah, she could pour coffee on the car and you could wipe it off. It ain't no real damage. But this female, she was doing it every single day for like 4 months. And I was like, damn, this bitch, she just won't quit, bruh. Why can't she just leave me alone? You guys remember how stressed out I was behind Sub 5 Stalker. And to this day, man, I'm still pissed off about it, man. Some of you guys are asking about, why are you still talking about that girl, bro? Because she pissed me the fuck off. You never forget about a person who have pissed you off for 4 months in a row. You don't forget about that shit, bro. And now, my car is towed, so she can't fuck with my car anymore. But she's still in the hospital. That's what I heard. This dude told me. You guys remember I was sitting over there talking to him. He was telling me that she's still in the hospital. They're gonna put her in a nursery home for rehabilitation. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a minute before she come back around here. We talking about it's gonna be at least like a year. And she won't be the same. I hope she won't be the same. Cause that bitch was making me, man. She would not leave me alone. And that taught me a lesson. Like, look, man, if you're gonna deal with a female that's below your looks level, you know, make sure it's in a hotel and she don't know where you camp at. You know, don't let her know where you camp out. Don't let her know where your camping situation is, or don't let her know where you live. You feel what I'm saying? Because things could get really ugly. Well, she's gone now. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it no more. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like I said, man, I wish I have gotten the bag in my 20s. I wish I would have been like more disciplined. Man, if I could go back at the time. If I could go back at the time, bruh, I would do things totally differently. I would have been more serious and more mature. I don't think I was mature enough in my 20s. I don't think I acted like this was gonna be my career. I don't think I had enough passion. from music. I seriously don't. I don't think I had enough passion. Because if I had enough passion, I would have made it. You see what I'm saying? I would have made it, bro. You know? Still got the crack on my eyes, man. Still got sleep in my eyes. Huh. He said I look like Hancock. Man, Hancock didn't have a blue beanie, man. I think his beanie was like black or something. Oh my God. Oh. We living in a highly competitive world, man. Where it's every man for himself, and every man gotta achieve something to get something out of life. You know, we living in a highly competitive world. It's highly competitive. It's way more competitive than it was back in the 90s, bro. For what I'm saying? The 90s wasn't all that competitive to get a female, bro. Because of the internet, because of technology, it's way more competitive because you're dealing with more men to fuck with. You're dealing with more men now. You're competing with more men. That's the reason why it has gotten a lot more competitive. The internet, social media, all that stuff made this shit competitive, and it made females have a abundance mindset when they're dealing with men. If they find something they don't like about you, see ya, they're gone. I'm literally, I witnessed this for myself. I'm dealing with a female I'm dating. She, you know, she finds something that she don't like, and then she ghosts me afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Sex don't mean nothing to these females no more. If it wasn't for social media, it wouldn't be as competitive nowadays. It wouldn't be. It's like social media is destroying dating within itself. Humans are greedy, man. I noticed this, man. You know, they want to me, and leave you out of the deal. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. Fuck you. I'm getting mines. That's how humans are. And I'm gonna push everything away from you, and then bring it over to me. I don't care how bad you suffer. I need to have a better life. And you can have a worse life. You know, that internet, you know, it fucked up everything. It ain't never gonna be the same. And you wonder why you're struggling. Too many Chaz and Tyrones to compete with. Too many rich men to compete with. You know, and women only want the top 20% of guys, man. It's that 80-20 rule, bro. Meaning that if you're slacking on what you're lacking, you ain't gonna get no coochie, man. or you're gonna have a hard time getting it. You might get it for a while, but then she'll ghost you, and you'll have a drought for about 2 or 3 months. Find one female, and then that don't work out. She ghosts you. That's where the term ghosting came from, man. Because it was happening a lot. When the internet took off, ghosting was happening more than ever. Feel what I'm saying? Ghosting was happening. That's where it came from. It came from this generation, man. Cause so many motherfuckers were being like stood up and left behind. They just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna call it ghosting." That's what females are doing nowadays. And then the thing is, it's like this. Once you get the bread, you gonna remember all that ghosting. Feel me? Oh yeah, you gonna remember. You get that bag, all of a sudden you're gonna be like, yeah, I remember you, yeah, you ghosted me. Or I remember you females when I wasn't worth anything. Now I'm worth millions. Now you wanna move into my house. You ain't ghosting me no more? What happened? It's the way it is, man. Women got a lot of options. Anyway, man, I'm about to end this live stream. It's already 27 minutes. I'm trying to keep it shorter. My last live stream was like an hour, so yeah. I'm just popping in, saying some few things before I work out. You guys have a good day. I'm out. Peace.